Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Zendikar Rising draft. And we've got some choices here. Well, I really like Basswood Surge a lot. Fits in a lot of decks. You've got your Golgari counters, you've got kicker decks, you've got multicolor decks, you've got landfall decks, so fits in the most variety of decks. So I'm kind of okay taking that here. Our rare is, of course, a dual land, which we don't need. We have a Relic Amulet for the Wizard decks. Ravager's Mace for party decks. Adept typically for party decks. Vanquish and Feed, a couple black removal spells. No other landfall picks in here. No, there's one other kicker, but this really isn't much of a kicker card. I mean, it does have kicker, but it's not for the kicker decks. So I kind of like that taking this doesn't put anybody in other archetypes we want to play. Alright, follow-up pick. Well, in green, we have Reclaim the Waste, Kazandu Stomper, Skyclave Pickaxe, Adventure Awaits, Kazandu Nectar Pot. So I'm kind of okay taking the pickaxe. It could put us more into a landfall deck. I like the landfall decks. You could take the Nahiri's Binding, which is also playable for Selesnya landfall, but not for the Gruul landfall. So I feel like taking the pickaxe leaves me more open to the landfall deck, which is probably true. I kind of like the pickaxe. The rare is Soul Shatter, which is pretty good. Kind of okay taking pickaxe here after the surge. Like I said, I like this card, and in the right deck, it's really good. All right, so Stomper is also a good landfall card. Best card in the pack, probably Scion of the Swarm. And that would be more of a Golgari counters, which makes the Skyclave Pickaxe a bit of a waste. It feels like a bit too early to take a Stomper, but Stomper certainly is playable and fits in this archetype. I guess we do have the Basswood Surge, so we can ramp into it. Another opportunity to take the Binding. I might be okay taking Binding here now. And if it's Selesnya, so be it. Or if it's Gruul, so be it too. Yeah, I think we'll take the Binding for now. See if the Selesnya landfall works. If it doesn't, we'll get it figured out. So no landfall now. Could take the Cleric. It's more for Golgari counters. Otherwise, Pack Beast is more of a party card. Stalker's a good party card, obviously. No kicker in here. I do like Nissa's Zendikar. This is a good card. But those typically go pretty late. Kind of an unexciting group of cards here for what I want to do. I might actually just take the spell land because I'm just not really attracted to any of these cards so much. So we get a spell land and see what's open. Alright, so now we have quite a few green cards, which is good. Might be able to just take a Blightblade, can block on the ground and buy some time. Another opportunity to get a Stomper. Survivor is good for the counters deck. Disciple is definitely a playable black card. Raptor can be good for landfall as well. But I'm okay taking the Blightblade. I like it. Alright. Got some white cards here and the Brute. Might be, I mean, 6-pick Black Bloom Rogue is kind of crazy because this is a good card. So it could be Golgari counter still. We'll see. Mucklord, good for the counters. Nectar Pot, certainly playable for landfall. Probably just take the Nectar Pot for now, because neither of these black cards are that great. Alright, some late black cards here again. Can take the Mind Drain. Or we can take the Predation. Predation's not that great of a spell land, but yeah, I'm kind of okay taking Mind Drain, I guess. Got some late white, all of which is actually not bad. But I can take the Brute as well. Can take Raptor in case landfall works out, I guess. Alright. Late Hellion. That's good for landfall too. But we'll take a second Nectar Pot. I still kind of want to make the landfall deck work if I can. Alright, we'll take another Raptor. Just cut the white card here. It's not very good for us. Didn't really see too much landfall. I mean, we got the Nectar Pots, but that's not really the landfall I was looking for. We have the Pickaxe, which is good. We got the Stomper. Okay. See if we can make this work. We've got some work to do to make this deck the way I want it. Alright, so we're pretty much for sure green. We don't have to be white. We don't have to be black. What was that? Getting a last pick playable sideboard card is pretty sweet. Wow, Morag. This card is really, really strong. Wonder if I should just audible into... I mean, this card is really strong. Yeah, I think we can take Morag and see if we can maybe make Gruul Landfall work. Otherwise, Kabir Takedown would probably be an easy pick. Akum Hellhound Scythe Cat would be a good pick for us too, obviously, but the upside on this card is huge. I think we're going to take it. We're going to see if we can make Red Landfall work. Alright, we can take Colony here over the Cleric. It's a good card. Good early, good late. So, Baloth, good landfall beater. I've been up on this card. It's better than I originally gave it credit for. 4-drop that attacks as a 6/5 pretty often is really nice. Probably wheel another Nectar Pot anyway. We'll see. You can take the Scythe Cat here. Could take the Florahedron. Florahedron helps us cast turn 3 Baloth. As much as I want this Scythe Cat, it might actually be smarter to take the Florahedron. Spell land that gets us to our insane drops quicker. Probably better than Scythe Cat, even though I really want the Scythe Cat. It's also McKindy Ox, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make Morag work as much as I want to. I'm going to take another Baloth over the Lagak here. Can take the Survivor, can take the Ox. Survivor's playable, it's just not that exciting. Ox might actually make more sense if we do end up Selesnya Landfall. I just don't think the odds of getting Morag to work based on what I've seen. Just too bad, because like I really like how Cleansing Wildfire works for these landfall decks. Like with Cleansing Wildfire, and you just get multiple. Could take the Spike-Filled Hazard. I'm actually going to take Cleansing Wildfire. It's just, Morag is so exciting that I kind of want to take it. Wow, this is a gift. Second Tangled Florahedron. Now we're really cooking with gasoline here. Scythe Cat versus Hellhound. Well, I think Scythe Cat's quite a bit better. Guess we could take the Night Runner. Doesn't really matter. Banneret's just great. Yeah, it feels like we probably have to be white as much as I want to just play Morag. Does Morag work the way I think it does with like Cleansing Wildfire? Vanguard's not that good for us. Ox number 2 probably not that exciting either, but I actually like the Ox. I think it's a good card. Alright, got the Lagak. Still a chance. I mean, just based on this, I'd still rather play. Guess we could play all 3. Might be a little bit greedy, but given that there's like no card in here I care about, maybe it is okay. Splashing Morag is kind of ridiculous, but I mean, I'm not going to play Outrider. So the stuff in white, honestly, we probably could just play red. I think we do, even though white is more open. I don't need to splash any of these white cards either. But there's just nothing else in this pack I need. I'm not going to play Fissure Wizard. Yeah, alright. We'll consider it. Wow, Scourge of the Skyclaves. I haven't gotten to play this card. It looks sweet. Roiling Regrowth. Obviously amazing for landfall. How many creatures do we have? Plenty. Alright, taking the Regrowth. Like I said, technically we could play 3 color if we wanted, but we'll see. Another Pickaxe would be nice. Otherwise, another Blightblade. But I think I'm okay taking the Pickaxe. We're going to need some more creatures if we're going to end up cutting white. I'll take a Lagak. Because, like, something like this. And then I think we're already down to like 12 or 11 creatures. 12. Alright, well, we'll still figure it out. Songmad Treachery would be fine too, but we actually, I think, want the Lagak here. Alright. Cinderclasm is actually kind of cool. Because we have a lot of stuff that can survive it. The Nectar Pot surviving it is pretty nice. And then we have all, yeah, you know what? This could totally get us out of some sticky situations. We do need 2 more creatures at least. And there's a Blightblade and a Hellion in here. I think the upside on Cinderclasm is quite high, though. Like, that can definitely save you. So, our removal currently is a Cinderclasm, and that's it. So, probably need the Spellcraft. It's just 5 mana instant speed, 4 damage. See if we can basically find 2 more creatures along the way. Alright, Bailoff number 3. You know, got a lot of 4-drops, but we do have the 2 Florahedrons, which is nice. Plus the Regrowth. We don't have any spell lands, though, do we? I like my landfall decks to have spell lands, but that's okay. Guess we can take an Ambusher. Survive Cinderclasm. To be honest, I don't want to play it, but we'll figure it out. Could take the Tormenting Voice, actually. Could see myself playing that. It helps if you don't have enough creatures. Could take Rubblefort, actually. Blocker that... yeah, we'll consider it. Snarecaster for sideboard. Probably want the Kite Sail, actually. Flying over top. Another Tormenting Voice. Spare supplies. Sneaking Guide. Alright. Let's see here. So a little bit of a high curve. 16 creatures. But I'm pretty happy to cut like an ambusher, I think. I think this might be the first time I've played Rebel for it. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it seems pretty good, actually, still. I don't know how great it is with landfall. I'm trying to figure that out myself. Because I feel like with this, it works best when... I mean, it'll probably still be fine. But I'm thinking it works best when you just have enough mana to cast something. So if you just have enough mana to cast Canopy Bailoff, then you probably won't get a landfall trigger. This attacking as a 4/3 is much worse than attacking as a 6/5. Regardless, I still like this deck a lot. I think... I don't know if we need the Kite Sail. Yeah, I could cut this and maybe cut one Tormenting Voice. Actually, I probably want to run 18 lands too. Because we have a lot of 4-drops. I guess we do have the Florahedrons, but I'm counting them as spells. So we did actually get spell lands. I could do, yeah, I guess 19 with the 2 Florahedrons is probably fine. Because we also have Roiling Regrowth and Basswood Surge. Okay. I don't love Spellcraft, to be honest, but I think it's going to have to be acceptable. So Morag, you have to do it during your pre-combat main phase. Play a land. If it's your main phase, you get an additional combat. And then at the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures. So if you got a double landfall, you would get 2 additional attacks. Right? Or maybe you wouldn't. You would only get the 1 at the beginning of that combat. Untap all creatures you control. So it would... I don't think you would get an additional now that I'm thinking about it. This card is more complex than I care to admit. I think it would trigger twice, but it would both affect the same additional combat phase. So it's not like you'd be able to attack, untap, and then all of a sudden you get another one. But maybe you do. I guess we'll hopefully, ideally, find out. I'm pretty happy with this deck. I think it's looking pretty good. So let's figure out our colors here. Twice as much green as red. We do need double red for these two. Other than that, we need double green for Colony. So we probably just do 1 extra green. And call it a deck. Or do we want just 8? Or do we want 9? Because we have the 2 Florahedrons. No, I think we do. I think we still do it like this. Because we have twice as much green as red. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Little Gruul landfall deck. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright. In round 1 on the draw. I think we will keep this. This is a little bit awkward, but I think the Colony probably makes it a little more keepable. Alright, well, that was a good draw. Alright. So the Lagac, I guess, keeps the Skitter Sneak at bay. So we'll do that for now. Uh-oh. So can do Lagac number 2. And then this does 4 damage. Alright, let's do number 2. Pickaxe. Guess we just play a Bailoff. And I'll play the pickaxe on a Lagac. And then pass. Spellcraft is kind of cool. Starting to run a little low on time, but so we do the Surge. Unfortunately, even with Surge, the Bailoff still trades with the Colossus. Do I have to do one more turn of setting up? I don't have many turns left. Guess we'll do one more. All right. So probably need to leave at least one blocker back. I'm at 6. They have 2 blockers. So let's say I spellcraft here. They could get us with the Master of Winds. Huh. It's a tough spot. They can block our 3 biggest guys and still get back for lethal. I might just need to spellcraft the Master. I don't want to, but my issue is I feel like we just die to it otherwise. Alright. So we'll just pass. And they probably kill us next turn. And then I can figure out what I'm gonna sideboard here. CA Colossus seems kind of strange in their deck, but maybe not. I guess this is technically a wizard. So we'll go to game 2. I do think we can win this. Maybe the kite sail. They have quite a few flyers. And then we'll swap that for a pickaxe. Okay. Well, they certainly beat us with flyers, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. The Cinderclasm would have been actually pretty good. Yeah, it would have taken out a few things. We'll play first. That's a keep. So we can go Florahedron into pickaxe and maybe start beating in for 3 on turn 3. Not bad. Colony's not bad either. Lagak, I think we'll just start slamming 4 drops here. And then next turn we get a kicked colony. That's pretty good. Sentinel's kind of a weird choice. Basically just because you can't actually block the Lagak. But maybe they have a way to give it a +1/+1 counter. So pickaxe on Gnarlid colony is a lot better now. Charix, you say, huh? Interesting. So I can Tormenting Voice too if I want, since Cinderclasm's not looking that useful here. So maybe I do that first, actually. Could do the pickaxe too, actually, but you know what? We'll do Clasm. Although, pickaxe doesn't do much against Charix, does it? I guess it makes it so my Florahedron can attack as well. Alright, let's just dump the Clasm just because it doesn't do anything to this board state anyway. Kite sail. Well, that's kind of cool. So I guess we'll do the Scythe Cat. Could do the kite sail now. It's not the best use of mana though. So let's just get some more damage in. Yeah, let's do the best use of mana. And get in there. Because next turn we can go Kitesail plus Lagak. Possibly. Alright. So we go Lagak. Landfall. Oh, I see. Then we want to do the pickaxe on probably the Trampler. The landfall. Do Kitesail. And get in for 6. Alright. Wildfire's pretty sweet. Get another green. Not that it matters. Just play another land. Alright, sweet. Yeah, admittedly our deck kind of hinges on Florahedron to a certain extent. The Wildfire's looking worse. Wasn't expecting to see the Charix. Not that we have a ton of answers for that anyway, but it does make our Kitesail better. And our pickaxe worse. Do I even want this Rebel Fort? Yeah, you know what? Haste can't be too bad. I could do another Tormenting Voice. Just to help find more gas, I guess. I still think Pickaxe is good. I wonder if it's better than Cinderclasm. It's just, we're really not seeing a ton of stuff Cinderclasm hits. Or kills, I should say. So maybe it does make more sense to dump this. We saw a couple targets. There are some targets, just not enough where I love it. And we can either do a Tormenting Voice or a Pickaxe. Maybe Tormenting Voice. Just helps us find, in case we're getting flooded, it's like some flood mitigation or screw mitigation. Just makes more hands keepable, probably. Yeah, I think we have to keep this. No red mana, but any mana and we can play the regrowth at least. That was a good draw. Light Priest, huh? Alright, let's do the Scythe Cat here. Alright. So, here I think we just play the Florahedron. And Get him for 3. Play the regrowth. Wasn't expecting that. So we'll get probably a red and a green, I suppose. Sure. So now I think we just killed a Dreadworm and bash for 6. Two cards left in hand. All right. Wow. That's a good one. Well, let's play Morag, see what happens. And then next turn we play Stomper, bouncing 2 lands, play a land, get an extra attack. It's pretty strong. Good thinking. Oh, really? Interesting choice. I wonder how I can best do this. Because we only have 6 mana, which is just enough to do the Stomper. We have 3 cards left. It might just be in my best interest to make them double block. Although I can keep my Morag alive. Yeah, actually, yeah, this is the best play. So we go Pickaxe on Morag. We go Scythecat. We go Wildfire. Blow up a green to get, I guess, another red. Not that it really matters. We get our extra attack step. Attack. We get an extra attack step. Yeah, I guess we just kill all their guys. I'm okay with that too. Dreadworm too, huh? So guess we do the Rubble Fort. Yeah, this isn't quite gonna work the way I want it to. So I guess we can go Pickaxe, Scythecat. I forgot it was 3 to equip, unfortunately. But we do have trample, which is good. Guess we can get in for 6 here. Still deal some trample. And we'll play the Baloth. And next turn, at least, I have the mana to go Rubble Fort, Baloth, potentially land. Lagak. Yeah, I guess we just go Stomper. And bounce. Couple lands. Play a land. Get in for 6. Which is lethal. I didn't have to bounce 2 lands. But now I guess I can equip the... Can equip the pickaxe. Mara Wizard, okay. Nectar Pot 2. So, equip pickaxe, we can get in for 8. And they have to double block to not die, which is fine. And I guess the best use of mana is the Lagak. But I can also do Rubble Fort, and I can't play both next turn, so I guess we'll just do Lagak. Because then I can still do Rubble Fort, Baloth, land next turn. Could have done the Baloth too, but I like the idea that they could play a blocker and then I can still, I don't know, landfall kill them. Alright. Skitter Sneak. And Blood Priest. They're at 4. So we can go Rubble Fort. Or do I want to just... Because now the Skitter Sneak can block our thing. Yeah, I guess that means we just... Let's see, 3, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough to do that. Alright, well, they're just going to chump, but probably going to just have to be okay with that. Tricky, tricky, tricky. So I guess we go Rubble Fort, Light Blade. Attack with Blight Blade. Then we'll play a Nectar Pot. Oh, I definitely want them to block. That would be amazing. Wow. That's pretty fortunate for us. So now we'll do the Nectar Pot and pass. And now, if we draw land, we're in better shape. Not perfect shape, though. Kite Sail, however. That was super close. I felt like they were drawing a lot of gas, but so were we. And we got there. All right, we'll see you round 2. All right, round 2, we'll play first. We need green mana, but do I want to mull this? I mean, all red, and we're on the play. If we don't draw green mana, we're in big trouble, but we have a lot of green mana. This stuff. I guess I'm going to keep. I'm going to risk it. Potentially risky keep here. I think it's because we have 11 green sources, if you include the Florahedrons. So that should be enough to keep, I think. There we go. So we'll do the... I guess we could do the Roiling Regrowth. What does that let me do? Go up to 4, and then 5. I think I'd rather just play a Nectar Pot. Roiling Regrowth's a lot better when you have landfall dudes out. Alright. Jund counters, huh? Oh, I guess I could have attacked there. But if they have a way to kill Baloth, it'd probably be better to have a blocker for the Survivor. Okay. Alright, that was good. So, you can get the Gnarlid colony down too. I kind of like that, actually. So now we can get in for 7. And jam a Gnarlid colony here. Get a Trampler going. Divide our threats a little bit. Kick of your own, huh? Well, guess we go pickaxe, colony, and get in for 8, I guess. Maybe they just take it. So we'll sack a red, get a green and a red. still attacking with that Gloom Hunter. Unkicked. Oh, that's unexpected. So let's do the landfall here. And I suppose we can attack with all three. Sure. So we'll go Blight Blade and yeah, I suppose we can equip the Death Toucher. It's a lot of ghastly Gloom Hunters. Alright, let's guess we re-equip. Then we go Landfall. Get in for close to lethal. Not quite. Yeah, I feel like that trade worked well for us. I mean, I suppose we have the extra mana. Doesn't really matter, though. I don't know why I would need to equip an untapped one. So now they have some Death Touch, huh? Okay. Well, makes things a little more tricky. So I attack with Baloth, they just can easily block with a Gloom Hunter. We have a synchronized spellcraft, so I think for now I'm gonna equip here. So if I get a land, I don't know. I think we kind of need a synchronized spellcraft here. Cinderclasm. Well, that's actually kind of nice. But they have to block in order for us to not die. Well, alright. Yeah, pretty fortunate they blocked there. Alright, well, looks like we're gonna die anyway. So we'll go to the next game here. And I think we can win this. I know I said that match won, but we did win the first one. So they have a good amount of flyers too. A lot of flyers actually. So we want the Kite Sail again. We can cut a pickaxe. And maybe bring in another voice. What did I cut last time for that? The Cinderclasm. Well, I'm definitely not cutting Cinderclasm this time. So we want the Kite Sail. Do I want another Tormenting Voice? We're on the play, so Pickaxe is going to be better. Clasm's definitely good. Let's stick let's just stick with that. I think that's all we need, based on what I've seen. You do have Might of Marasa in there. All right. We'll play first. Yeah, I guess we'll keep. The Tormenting Voice makes it keepable. Probably doing Tormenting Voice. Although now there's nothing I really want to discard, so maybe not. Right. So I guess we can do the Scythe Cat here. Alright. So now I think we do Pickaxe on the Scythe Cat. Make a landfall. Bash for 5. And pass. Because we can probably do Vastwood Surge next turn. Seems good. We'll play. They don't have Deadly Alliance mana, so I guess that's good. Oh, but they got something. Maybe it's just Might of Marasa, I don't know. You can only hope. Now if I rip a land, we can go Morag and get the... I mean, we're playing Morag anyway, but if we get a land, I think it's just GG's. Now they have Deadly Alliance mana, though. We'll see if it matters. Alright. Looks like land would do it. Did not get the land, though. So instead... Yeah, because they have the double blocks now. I guess the double blocks don't matter, though, do they? Yeah, they don't. So we go Stomper. And we'll return just one land. No, not that one. The green. And then we play it. Get in for 8. It can't even... Alright. Then we play with Blight Blade. And pass. Alright, so now we can go Morag. Land. mean, whatever survives, I'm getting an additional attack. So I'm not sure it's good enough. They're still at 0. Even with a kicked Might of Marasa on a lifelinker, we still had lethal. That's crazy. Yes, we're a very removal light deck. Thankfully, Cinderclasm does deal with those Gloom Hunters. Those pesky Gloom Hunters. Pickaxe was really good that match. But I prefer that over a Rubble Fort. I feel like the hastiness can help though. But considering like all of their guys are evasive, the Rubble Fort's quite a bit worse. Actually, it has reach. Never mind. I keep forgetting this card has reach. So it's actually good here. Can block those Gloom Hunters. As long as they're unkicked. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this. No red mana, but hopefully Nectar Pot offsets some of their damage they deal to us. Maybe this Baloth can do some work. Basswood Surge is nice. Alright, well, Roiling Regrowth's good too. Alright. Pass. Alright. So now they can start kicking Gloom Hunters. It's a little bit scarier. Actually gonna get 2 red for Morog, I suppose. So I can do the Surge. I think it's a good time to get a threat down though. So we'll play the Baloth. Just because it beats better than the Lagac. And we've got a long road here. We'll pass. And like I said, if they kick a Gloom Hunter, we have the Spellcraft at least for it. Does eat up a lot of turn. I'm just going to block with a Nectar Pot, yeah. So if we get a land, we slam the Stomper. If we don't get a land... that's actually pretty helpful. I think we're just going to do this. Baloth. I think they have Might of Marasa, by the way. Which makes this a little more challenging. So I think this turn I'm going to attack for 4, because they don't have the mana up for it. I could leave it back to block the Gloom Hunter. It just, the fact that they were debating attacking with Gecko, to me, tells me that they have Might of Marasa. So what I would prefer to do is leave a Baloth to block. Well, at least the Spellcraft gets a little bit better here. We'll just take it. no cards left. We clearly have to spellcraft the... Well... And just these two. And then we'll spellcraft the Zagras. Alright. So we're just going to do that now. Could have waited, but... Yeah, they're close to just getting us with Might of Marasa now. And like I said, I think it's looking more and more likely like they have it. Which is tough. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack with Big Loth. Can't re-equip either. Well, that would be nice. So it costs 2 to re-equip that. We have 7 mana, so I can play the Stomper. Alright. Play Stomper. Return 2 lands. Play a land. And attack there. Re-equip to probably to Lagak, because if they have Might of Marasa, I like this more anyway. Because if they have Might of Marasa, they're going to kill our Stomper. So if they're going to kill something, I'd much rather it be the Lagak. It's a weird choice. Well, I guess they don't have it. So now we can go Morag. Land. We get an additional attack. So we get it for 7. Trample. Plus the Lagak. As long as I'm getting rid of Gloom Hunters, I think I'm happy. Especially since they don't have mana to sack and draw. Alright. So we'll get rid of the 3/3. I mean, if we're clearing off their board and they don't have any cards left in hand too, I think I'm equally happy here. Because we have way more gas in our hand than they do. And it makes sense they have to kill our thing, because otherwise we just untap and attack them again. So definitely kill the 3/3. Kill all of those. Not sure why they let us kill all of them, but I like it. I get to draw 2 cards though. And I get another attack. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Alright, so now we can go Kite Sail on Morag. We can go Nectar Pot. Do we need that to gain life? I mean, I can also just... Yeah, I guess so. Then we go Wildfire. Gain some life. Get a land. Well, we can see if we get 2 additional attack steps. Wow. Morag for the win. Sweet. We'll see you in round 3. Alright, we'll play first. That's a keep. That was a good draw. But they have practice tactics is my guess. It's kind of a bit of a telegraph. I guess it could be Resolute Strike as well. So a cleric deck, okay. Good to know. Wildfire's cool. Let's get the Lagac down now. Get in for 2. Core Celebrant. Sure. Well, let's draw first. Get our second red. Bail off. Can't quite play that yet. But that's alright. Skitter Sneak. Okay. So we do have the Cinderclasm at our disposal. Maybe we'll see how they block. Because they're tapped out. I think we'll just attack with these two. I guess I could double block Lagac, and that does make our Cinderclasm worse. Alright. Just getting in there. And we'll play a Baloth. And yeah, we'll still play the land. I don't know if I needed to sandbag that for like a mind drain or something, but we'll see. Sure. Nectar pot. I was gonna say that'd be a surprising block. I guess we'll still play the land. It just kind of plays around Mind Drain. So they're just playing straight party deck, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll take it. I could triple block. I could have actually triple blocked there. And then Cinderclasmed. It's not that good, though. Yeah, it's a fine trade. Yeah, I can sandbag lands. I don't really see the purpose if we're dealing him damage and gaining life. Cinderclasm not looking too sexy in this matchup as of now. Yeah, we'll block. Sure. So it was tactics that they telegraphed at the beginning. We're still just like, you know, some threats away from getting there. We'll just take the 3 here. And we'll probably start sandbagging lands now. It's a surprising sack. Sure. I guess they're just probably digging for a Blight Priest, would be my guess. Alright, Bailout's sweet. Get to even bash with it, which is awesome. No idea why they sacked their Skitter Sneak. I don't think that was worth it, in my mind. Oh, because they have Thwart the Grave. Okay. That makes more sense. Or Blood Beckoning. Either way. Mm-hmm. So, technically they can double block Bailout if I get the landfall, which I did not. So, guess we just hang out. I mean, they can't sack in response now. So actually, maybe I kill the Skitter Sneak. Yeah, I don't want them to sack and draw, so I guess we will. We'll kill this now while they can't sack it in response. I don't want them getting value. Alright. Yeah, I think Cinderclasm has had 0 targets so far. Not optimum. And a Shepherd of Heroes. Alright, well, that's going to be a problem too. They're magically back up to 20 life. All that work. Alright. Got the landfall, so I guess we can kick this. And play a land. And I guess we can get in for 10. Which isn't bad. So, I'm only dealing I guess we probably want to get the wizard off the board. And a 3-power creature, I guess. I can't even... I can find basically 0 ways for this Cinderglasm to be good. Alright. I mean, our Rebel Fort does have reach. So I could block. Basically, I could prevent 7 damage to myself. Which might be a good idea. Or 6 damage to myself. I'll lose haste, but can also Cinderglasm now, I guess. We'll see. I might be able to tactically do something here. Yeah, this works out nicely, because now at least we can do Cinderglasm for 1. Kill the pack beast, which they can just sack and draw off of. But our Baloth doesn't die, and we got 2 bodies off the board, so I guess that's good. Somehow we've seen more cards than they have, though. I don't know how that's possible. What have I drawn off of? 1 Cleansing Wildfire. Have they not drawn that much off Relic Vial? I guess not. Kind of figured they had, though. I'm not going to regrowth. I could, but I think it makes more sense if they do some tactical blocking. A bit of a racing situation here, but Nectar Pot with regrowth gains us 4 life, so that's good. Stomper's pretty slick. Alright. They're looking for gas, understandably. Belladar. Alright, so hopefully we can get him good with this regrowth. I guess I get rid of the Shepherd of Heroes if they double block the Stomper. But them not double blocking is curious. Subtle Strike. Huh. Alright. Still kind of okay with that trade. Alright. We've still got 15 cards. And they played Zofkin. Why would you play that? Just for the... I guess that makes sense to get in with the 3-4. I guess that does make sense. I wonder if that was a tough choice, though. Alright, so we go Scythe Cap, Landfall. And I can make the Scythe Cat a 5/4 surprise blocker if they don't draw land. Now I can make it 6/5, which means it's probably worth our time to attempt it. Yeah, it's too bad for us, especially since it's a main deck smite. It's kind of a bummer. Because I really don't like Smite the Monstrous as a main deck card. Wow, Crawling Variants. Well, the funny thing is we have the Cleansing Wildfire, which is actually an out for... And by the way, I still think we're at literal 0 targets. Oh, I was going to say literal 0 for Cinderclasm, but there is in fact 1. There is in fact 1 target. So we're just like omega dead now. There was actually an opportunity where I thought we might be able to win this, but we're so dead now, it's like absurd. Absurdly dead. I could deck thin. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I probably just deck thin anyway. And like hope to find Morag. Even though it's not good enough, and unfortunately I like need the lands too. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I guess I was supposed to be maybe sandbagging for the thing, Tormenting Voice. Yeah, this game was looking very winnable for a little while until they drew a Smite the Monstrous. And then it didn't look so winnable anymore. Or Smite the Monstrous into Crawling Barrens. And then it didn't look so winnable anymore. Pickaxe, huh? Sweet. It's just saying how badly I needed a pickaxe. Maybe we do... Honestly, Kite Sail, every single match has been like exactly what I needed. We can't win, no. I mean, I don't like early conceding, but I also don't like wasting my time. And we don't have that much removal. I don't have my cleansing wildfire anymore. Maybe I get more spell information out of them. But I think early concessions are fine if you have a life that you want to get back to after the draft. And you don't want to spend it twiddling your thumbs watching your opponent do stuff. Alright, 2 pickaxes. Sweet. So let's figure this out. We're bringing in the kite sail. Never wanted to get rid of a Clasm so fast in all my life. Kite sail can come in. Anything else? I could do another Tormenting Voice, but pickaxe is probably fine, actually, if you don't see it 10th from the last card in your deck. Yeah, they outvalued us there, unfortunately. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. We just sort of got to beat down as quick as we can. So, we'll do that. Is Spare Supplies better than Tormenting Voice? I'm going to find out. Tormenting Voice seems like it's better if instants and sorceries matter in your deck. So like a wizard deck. Spare Supply seems way better for us. Alright, we'll play first. It's a keep. Fine hand, actually. That was a good draw, too. So now we can go Nectar Pot. Next turn, Nectar Pot. No, I guess we go Pickaxe. Land, Nectar Pot. Which is fine. So they did have the Blight Priest in there. I think the most hilarious thing I've ever seen about this game too is after getting through, I would say, how many cards did we get through? We got through like 25, 27 maybe cards in their deck. We saw literal one target for Cinderclasm. The first 2 creatures they play in game 2 are both amazing Cinderclasm targets. That's what you want to see. That is what you want to see. Alright, we'll take tons of damage, lose some more life, draw a land, play a land, and chill. Get practice tactics killed here. Or not. That was weird. I wonder why they even offered that to us. I wouldn't have offered it if I were them. That's for sure. Not when my deck is like pure core celebrant. I'm not attacking, so I guess it doesn't matter. I could have equipped, but it really doesn't matter. That was a good draw. Kite sail on an empty board. There we go. It's funny that three out of the 4 creatures they play in game 2 are just the best Cinderclasm targets I could have possibly asked for. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Ended up going 2-1. Our deck was sweet. A lot of fun. I'm glad we got to use Morag, and he did well. So, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.